Yo.
Hello. How are you doing?
Not too bad. Let me get everything set up and live. Uh, I'm seated real low. Today was supposed to be a easier day, and then I found out I could co-stream, and today became a busy day.
Nice. Not a bad deal at all.
Not at all.
They were did you co-stream the
The C9 series? No, I was working for
C9
that one.
series? That was shocking. I'm not gonna lie.
I was not expecting that result. Not just
I
not even
didn't.
just that result, but just how
Yeah.
bad it was.
Yeah, it was kind of like, oh, we're really trolling.
Crossover podcast episode 211. I'm going to title this one A Terrible 4 Days for Cloud9. Update all. Wait, why does it say streaming still? Am I still live? Did I never end the stream earlier? Or did I bump it or some shit?
Yeah, you're live right now.
I've been live the entire time.
I don't know if the entire time. No, you've been live for 2 minutes.
Okay, only for 2 minutes?
Yeah.
When the fuck did I press that button?
I don't know, but this is just you setting up, taking off the AirPods. I'm watching to see.
Thank God I didn't do something stupid. Oh God.
Yeah, I'm glad I opened with just Cloud9 talk.
That would have been
Literally, it was
so
right
bad.
when it was like 20 seconds before you jump into call.
Okay, thank God. Jesus Christ. I didn't know I was live. For a second I thought I
Yeah,
was
it's
live for like
nothing
the
bad.
full hour and a half
No,
prior
no,
to going live. To which then I was going to
no.
panic a little bit because I was like, I got changed at some point. I don't remember where I got changed. And that could be an issue. Let me copy and paste this, and then we'll get started here in a second. Gaming. I'm going to go League. Crossover 211. Crossover podcast. Save, edit. Monetization on. Automatic. Bang. And I'll tweet out about it. Define stupid, like butt ass naked walking through this apartment. Like dead serious. Like that would have been a problem. Imagine that's of all the scandals to have, I don't realize that I'm live and walk around. Oh God, that'd be bad. Is that like Crepo level, like bad?
Probably a little worse, right? Wasn't his like a knowingly bad thing?
I don't remember. I don't remember what his thing exactly was.
I don't either.
Uh,
That's hilarious though. Your Twitch, like the screenshot for it right now or whatever, is you like just sitting down, like clearly with your AirPods in, like getting to the chair. So you must have bumped it as you like sat down or something.
Create 72 hours for Lion. And horrendous. What's 24 times 4? 96?
20. Yeah. I was about to say 4 minus 100. Well, 100 minus 4. Oops. So it shows how useful I am. I'm watching the Fast and Furious Hollywood drift testing at Universal. It looks pretty good.
I thought the speed looked a little slow. I don't know if that's just
It does
me.
look a little slow.
Oh,
I think. Well,
what do you think, Paul?
it's looking like. It looks like it's going to be Guardian speed, but outside, and I think that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I think inside you can get away with it purely because you have so many other things going on and the visual distract you. The drift
Yeah,
when you're outside is going to be,
it's going to be a problem.
yeah.
I mean, because you can't. Realistically, how safe is it to chuck people around a spinning car at 60 miles an hour or more?
I
Like,
mean, the G-force would be bad. It doesn't take
yeah.
much speed increase to really feel it. So
Yeah, and Guardians is already. I'm not going to say it's beyond that level, but it's pretty close to that level of like, ugh. Sometimes when you do it, you're like, man. Like the going backwards part at the beginning, it definitely is a stomach dropper. I think it is for a lot of people tell me that.
our tolerance for roller coasters is drastically different if that's a stomach drop.
I think it's a stomach drop. I've done
No,
all the big ones in
no,
America.
no, that is not a stomach drop.
It
I
definitely is. G-force
Nah, it doesn't feel like a stomach drop to me.
going backwards to you.
No, not to me.
Hmm.
The ones that are honestly the ones that are more of a stomach drop are like the pitfall ones, like the ones that literally just take you straight up and drop you down. That's more of a stomach drop to me than any sort of like
Huh.
high elevation to like G force pushing back on you. That doesn't make my stomach drop.
Weird. So like you would say the drop at Expedition Everest is worse than the going backwards?
I wouldn't say the thing is I wouldn't call any of them worse. For me, it's more of a thrill. It's a high that comes with it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like it's tough for me to say like what's bad or not. I would
Hmm.
relate like King to Ka. Just fun. Like pure like that's like an insane drop
I've
all the way
never
down.
done it.
I
Or
mean,
is that the one that just goes straight up and
yeah,
down?
like 0 to
So
80
it's like
straight.
dragster. Okay, I
Yeah,
see. Yeah.
dragster like 0 to 80 straight out, straight up and then up over drop straight down. Highest elevation.
Yeah, that makes my stomach hurt less than like going back. I hate going backwards.
The only one that I hate is there's a ride at Hershey Park called the Sidewinder that
Hmm.
basically you go like it when you start, it drags you up backwards
Yep.
to the top of a thing and then drops you. You go in, you do like a loop, a bend around, another loop, and then you go back up a ramp, and then you do the whole thing backwards. And the only part that I have with that, or the only problem I ever have with that, is that it is very difficult to control your neck because I have a very long neck and keeping it stable and not keep your head like to stop your head from bouncing on the sides of the cushions. That's my
Hmm.
only issue that I've ever had with them.
Fair.
And then I can't do the spinning shit. I will puke.
Yeah.
So that's my
Spinning you don't like?
nope. Can't do it. I'll throw up.
That's why, man. Maybe just humans are weird, I guess.
Humans are beyond because I don't get it. I used to be able to do them without a problem.
Yeah.
Like the one that my
No, I'm
favorite
just
one to do is
wondering
like
because like
you know like that musical express one that would literally just like you're literally just going in a circle like slightly up and then down, but it like is pushing
yeah,
you so hard to the outside that you're like literally crushing the person that's stuck on the outside of it.
yep,
I used to love that. Now I get sick.
yeah. Because I'm like Mission Space, the one that spins super hard.
Yep.
I can honestly handle that better than most coasters.
Hmm.
It's very strange. Like I leave that and I'm like, ah, whatever. But you get me on a coaster that goes backwards a little bit,
You're
and my
done.
head's like, oh, Lance, what are we doing?
I
I
get
hate that stuff.
I guess here's the thing. I'm so used to it because whenever I take Amtrak trains, I ride backwards.
Mm, okay,
So
that makes sense.
visually, it does like I'm used to the sensation of like going backwards. Obviously, it's a much higher speed than a train, but like
Yes,
I get used to it
yes,
real quick. So
that makes sense.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, re-ranking players. Is this the one we should
No,
probably go back?
we'll do that before spring.
No?
I feel like that before
Okay.
spring. I feel like is the time to do it because then it's like okay, we can rank them and put where we think that they're gonna be
True, and
for
see where we were wrong.
yeah. Like I want to save that for that time because we have enough to talk about now. Next week after America's Cup, we'll have a bunch of stuff, and then First Stand and beyond. So like it's that week after First Stand. Uh, welcome everybody. Crossover Podcast, episode 211. It's been like an hour and a half since some of you have seen me. Welcome back. I went to the gym, worked out for a bit, burnt, according to my app, I burnt 900 calories in an hour. So,
Watching that?
no,
Or no,
at
your
the gym.
workout.
Yeah, at
Okay.
the gym.
Good stuff.
I don't know if 900 calories in an hour, or sorry, 43 minutes. I don't know if 900 calories in 43 minutes is a lot, but it felt like a lot.
That's a lot. Probably, I would say maybe the app is off if I had to guess, or maybe you did. Were you doing sprints or running?
Yeah, I ran a mile at a 6:25 pace.
Then
That was
it still
100. That was
seems like a
110
lot.
calories for that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good run. That's a really high pace, so maybe. I'd have to think. I don't know.
I don't know. It's just that's somebody said it's a good pace.
I could believe it.
I mean, that's my cooldown speed for the record.
Mhm.
So I don't know how fast I can run a mile now, but I'd be curious to try. I forgot to update the banner. I don't know what banner we're talking about here, but oh yeah, the banner underneath. Oh my god. You know what? I'll update it as I go. So how was your weekend of watching League of Legends?
I would say it was really good. I had fun. Uh, the KCG2 final was actually a banger by the end of it.
Oh, it was
I was
incredible.
a little surprised. I thought it was going to be terrible. But, well, after the 2-0, I was like, uh-oh, we are not looking good. And then they came out and did all that. And that made me really happy for a team that had as much change as they had to come out and be firing on all cylinders like that. I mean, they took G2 to 5 games and made them sweat and work for it. So, I mean, I'm sure there are people who are going to be like, oh, they got beat because they suck. But it's like, that's about as good as you can ask for like a beginning to the year for a KC. Especially because all we have to do is get top 2 for summer or spring. Because LEC still has 2 slots, right? For MSI?
Yes, and then you'll have to qualify. I think everybody has to qualify for Esports World Cup. Like that whole thing is separate entirely.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a whole bracket because it's 10
Oh,
teams there and then 2 teams from EMEA Masters.
okay. Interesting.
So I don't know. I thought this weekend was good. I'm curious. I know we talked about it a bit in the M's, like separate from the games, because I think the games were fun, especially Saturday, Sunday. What was your takeaway from the crowd and like the event itself?
Oh, the crowd for LEC had me really worried.
Why is that?
Like, I don't know how they screwed it up that bad.
For
I don't
context,
feel like that should even be possible. No?
people, it was supposed to be it was a 10,000 seat arena in Barcelona. And I think the most I ever saw it filled was half capacity, like 5,000.
Yeah, I don't know how they pulled that off. Like, how do you screw it up that bad? Maybe you just get a smaller stadium like KC's,
Yeah, I
make
mean,
it
well,
a 3,000 seat arena.
KC's arena did quite well. Like, and that's the nice thing
Mhm.
about like doing it there is you can sit like they'll sell out 3,000 every time, and you're just sat there like, well, yeah, this is not a problem. This is gonna keep making us money, and we own the building, so we don't have to pay for anything else, so we're fine. But 10,000, I cannot imagine that K Corp made money on that. There's no way. If they did, I'd be shocked. I'd be genuinely shocked, but there's no way.
Sorry, a guy just said, hey, we're the team playing you week 1. I don't know how he knows because the thing's not out yet. The schedule. We're in commercial though.
We're officially in commercial, so we're in the platinum division,
Is that what commercial is?
I think.
Okay. Then
Uh,
yeah, that adds up.
let me see. CEO, owners, commercial.
Yeah, it looks like it. Economy would be last.
Yeah, it's definitely not out yet. The season 15 sheets there. For those wondering what context Paul's talking about, we had a low budget LCS captains meet. Well, Paul had a captains meeting earlier for our rec league season, and schedule it. The season begins next week officially. So we are in the process now of scheduling our first matchup, but we don't know who we're playing.
Yeah, he said he dropped like a bit of the weeks during our
During the
part,
meeting.
but yeah, my wife came over to tell me something, so I missed ours. Like our specific section. So I was like, ugh, I missed it. And he never scrolled back down, of course. So
yeah. Anything interesting from the captain's meeting from like prior years? Anything to note?
no, not really. They're not changing much, which is probably for the better.
Definitely.
They've been very busy and they have so many people. I guess really the only thing was they threatened to actually get rid of people who don't respond. Like they'll replace your captain if they're not responding to messages.
Ooh, that's good. I like that.
and
That's
DMs.
that's a
And I was
much
like, that's kind
needed.
of nice.
That's a much needed change after some of the issues that we ran into
Yeah.
in prior splits.
Yeah. Really, everybody runs into usually.
Yeah.
There's not some of the people were a little different, like the changes and all that, like higher ups and things.
Yeah.
Looks like some people left or moved on or just weren't there tonight, which is, I mean, makes sense. It's a big. There's a lot of staff involved.
So commercial is going to be interesting because the estimated maximum individual rank is Emerald 199 LP. Economy is the lowest one where the max rank is Platinum 399 LP. We've been like, obviously, I think like 3 of us are like teetering along that line. So we are definitely going to be in like the lower end of commercial. But I still think it's do it. The biggest thing is I think we can all elevate ourselves to Emerald level play. Without a doubt. It is just a matter of everybody clicking on the day. But I don't think there should be. I think we're well-rounded this year. There shouldn't be any issues with like us just getting massively outclassed in any particular lane or role.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think it'll be a pretty good league for the skill level we're at. I do need to look. We still need one person to replace
for like an extra
Cross.
sub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, where'd he get that? Season 16 commercial sheet?
I don't know.
Oh, he's involved in the thing.
Oh, he's admin. That makes sense. I'll answer a few chat questions.
No, they dropped it in the thing.
Oh, they just put it?
Okay, we're good. But yeah, they where do we rank as far as teams go?
Wait, when did they drop it? I'm not seeing it. Or is it in your captain's
It's
chat?
in captain's. Yeah.
Okay.
We have the wrong thing, but okay.
What wrong thing? The wrong logo.
Yeah.
Whose logo did they put for ours?
Some CLG bear.
Okay, sure. They'll change it. We can raise that flag and they'll change it.
Oh man, we do have a pretty hard one. What the heck?
I mean, I told you, Max.
We're like the only team without a 6-point player.
I mean, we're like I said, we are collectively above economy. Like we are definitely above like a plat 3 average as a team. So
Yeah,
I get it. But I mean, I'll tell you this. I plan on hitting Emerald, so I'll be our 6-point player.
Okay.
You can have faith in me to do that.
Yeah, what is a 6-point player? Is it just Emerald? Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm
deep.
plat 3. I can get there without a problem. And then we're on equal playing field. But to answer a few chat calls before we get back into LCS, LCK, everything else while we detoured here. Can we donate to get Paul a better webcam? I have a webcam for Paul. I just haven't sent it still.
I'm holding out.
I say this every week.
I'm holding out.
I promise you I'm going to send it soon. As somebody said, ever thought about taking guest calls? I do time to time, but that's why I do. I don't want to overreact, but that is my way to get community takes, and which, by the way, is doing fantastic today. Like it's one of the better early performers of that series that I've personally ever had on the channel. I think it's like it's sitting at like 2.2K views, which is like I think
Dang.
the best video that I've had in like starting off in a bit. So, yep, that's the way to do it. But did Lions surprise you this weekend, or did C9 disappoint you? Or was it both?
No, I think honestly, Lion did everything I wanted to see. Like they came out and really, I thought, oh, I didn't realize John was Plat 4.
Yeah.
But Lion did everything I wanted to see from Saint, really. I needed to see Saint could step up. The game, was it the Sen series where Dokla pulled out all the like
No,
ADCs
that
top?
was the TL series.
That was a TL? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was crazy, bro. That I love to see. Like the fact Dokla can do that on the big stage was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was great. I was honestly really impressed with them, like to the point that I was like, oh, these dudes are legit. Like they really seem like they could go the distance. I know people are gonna be like, oh, they're clearly not on, who would it be?
Even
What, Fly last
BFX.
year's
I mean, if you're talking about
level?
tournament, BFX is like the bottom bar that you need to hit.
Yeah, I think they could give BFX a run for their money. I really do. I mean, Vikla, unless he's
Yeah,
gotten way
we've
better,
seen Vikla.
yeah, I'm sure Vikla has gotten better though. Like, don't get me wrong, he's been in Korea, but it's hard to say because Berserker looked good, I thought, in LCK. I thought he was fine. A lot of people said he was fine over there. He comes here, he's still really good. And Vikla is, he's stepping up over there. But I'm not gonna sit here and like lie and be like,
He scares you.
yo, I don't think that they can play into that. Like, I don't think Saint can get to that level. I think he can.
I agree.
And Saint really stepped up. I mean, he went from trolling, probably just, getting his footing again, to now he's good again. Like, he's chilling.
My big question is, will Dokla be able to nullify top laners the same way he is in LCS? He is my big question mark going into an international series where it's like him and Isles, both of them really have to step up because I think we've seen ceilings from the other three that we know can contend potentially. It's
Mhm.
just those two that you look at and it's like, okay, they gotta level up a bit. And if they do, I think it could be
Yeah,
fine.
and this is gonna be offensive to C9 people, but I don't mean it this way. But that is what I want to see from the league. If C9 is top dog, I want to see a team like overpower them because we know what C9 will be at an international. Like realistically, they're gonna do okay. They could probably handle an EU team. They're probably gonna get ran around the map by Korea and China.
Yep.
Maybe they'll upset a Chinese team that's going through it, it ends up having some crazy internal drama. That's about where I'd put them. And so I think you want to see a team that can grow and be play beyond them.
I'm
Like,
I agree. I think my biggest thing is the C9 that we have now seen for the last two series that we've watched them play individually has regressed from where they were in regular season and the beginning of playoffs. And in addition
oh,
to that, are just not on the same page whatsoever.
I don't even know if this is
Brother,
regressing. I think it's what they are, bro.
nah, Blabber was not getting caught out Blabber was not making this many dumb mistakes, and APA was not dying to aggressive overplays in mid lane. Like that shit was not happening.
Yeah,
Granted, it
but
was
I think
against
it's
Fly.
just because that's how I think everybody else was so disjointed at the start. I mean, you gotta
Really?
think everyone in LCS was having visa problems but them.
True.
So everyone comes in a little off, It takes a few weeks to gel. Maybe I mean, there's also some teams that their Koreans are trying to get like through the time change, which is no joke. And I mean, because the teams that really showed up right are Sen, like, which is pretty random. I don't think Sen was really. I don't know what Sen is. I think they're good. I don't know if I think they're top 2 good
Yeah.
in NA,
I mean, I will say
or top 3.
Hambach is. Hambach is a top 2 jungler
Hambach
in the
definitely
LCS.
is. He's
Like
a
that,
dog.
I have no
He's
questions
really
on.
good.
Darkwing, same thing. I think the guy has stepped up to the point where it's him and Saint are 1-2 in the region right now in mid lane, which is wild to say because Quid and APA are there, but APA's regressed and Quid had a god awful series at the end, has been inconsistent all year. So I think Darkwings is number 2 right now. It's never going to be as flashy.
Yeah.
Like Saint's the more flashy player. Darkwings kind of reminds me a lot of like, remember old school like Demonte style or like Poe Belter style that was like never going to pop off and like really like shove it down your throat, but they're just quietly going to have fantastic series and it's never going to get the recognition that it probably deserves, but it enables everybody else. That's what Darkwings is to me.
Yeah, I think Sen's not awful. It's just I saw what C9 did to them earlier, so I'm surprised they put that much together that quick. But they're also my issues with C9 is the reason I don't think they're really getting that much worse is we know this team is like anywhere from first to fourth at any given moment. They do way better in regular season than playoffs. Usually,
Yep.
they happened to really step up last spring, but last spring seems to be more like at this point, it's like that's just that world they live in. They could be anywhere in that first to fourth realm. Now, really, I guess not first. First regular season, usually second to fourth.
Yeah.
They're a fantastic runner up. They're probably not going to be your winner.
Which has been the case for like the majority of the history of Cloud9, by the way. Because that's how it used to be with them.
Yeah. The less pressure, the better.
Yeah.
That's usually how they operate. When they're the afterthought, they do a lot better.
I think so. I don't know why. I don't know.
But the thing is, they'll still probably do really well next regular season.
Oh, they will. But like, and then what you're going to deal with is you're going to deal with the C9 fans that are going to be like, why do you never give it? Like, why are you not giving us credit? It's like, because we know what's coming. Like, we've been through this too many times now to not sit here and be like, I don't care if C9 is the best regular season team next year and first going into playoffs. Like, I will give you benefit of the doubt at the beginning of the year and say that you are likely going to be fine because it's a new year. You have a chance to prove yourself, new coaching staff, whatever it is. Guess you've proven the script now twice to me in 96 hours. So I have zero reason to put faith in you until you've actually done it now. You will not see me put C9 above second until after they win from this point forward.
Yeah, and the thing is too, like there's always TL lurking.
Them I'm a bit worried about TL now.
Like if TL figures it out and turns it on, where does C9 go? Because Lions already seem to have figured it out. Or at least Inspired has. I mean, Inspired's just...
I'm revising my theory about TL.
What, you don't think they're any good?
I think they're going to be good in summer, but I think they're going to struggle in spring.
I mean, I still think Spawn's just not optimal.
So there was something that
I think Spawn's in... I don't know. He's overrated.
I listened to what TL released, like their 11-minute vlog thing that they do, like on Match or about the past weekend. And I ended up agreeing with everything that Spawn said. Like, regardless of whether we think he's a problem, like not being there or being there, there's a clear problem that is they play hyper aggressive in scrims. And the same players that are playing aggressive in scrims get on stage and don't know how to do that same thing there. Like they freeze up, they lock up, they play more passive. And Jan asked a question after it was all done. He asked Bond, he's like, can you tell me what can you show me an example or something of like what I'm supposed to do here? Because he said, I feel like I don't have agency to play the game. And Spawn basically goes, you have look at our comp, look at how you're supposed to play fights. If you're playing aggressive the way you do in scrims, you would have agency if you guys were playing the way you do there. But how are we supposed to how am I supposed to tell you on stage, like what am I supposed to do here? Or not, he didn't say this, but I'm reading his mind. He's saying, what am I supposed to do here whenever you are not playing the same way you do in scrims? So you have one of two options. Either A, you really try and force it so that eventually the scrim version is what happens on stage, or you have to go through the long, tedious process of rewiring the brains of every single person on TL that is like hyper early game focused in scrims to get them to chill the fuck out and play for late game.
Yeah.
And play for scaling and play for the macro game. And that is going to be hard to do. But it seemed, the wording I took away from it is, it sounds like Spawn wants to do that because that's going to be a more replicable version of TL on stage compared to scrims. And that's going to take time. I think they're if they end up doing that, they're going to struggle in spring.
Mm-hmm.
You might see some stage results and like some good games, but I think they'll ultimately, like, the variety that you will see will be pretty extreme. So I'm revising my take. I don't think TL is going to be that team that contends in spring yet.
Yeah, I just think it's like crazy. Spawn thinks you can effectively manage or coach like from that far away. I know it really kills everybody wants telework to be the big thing, but there is so much lost when you don't talk at least once like a week in person.
I mean, I
Like
agree.
you really do just miss out on a lot of context of human emotion and body language. And you can tell if somebody's really meaning what they're telling you, or if it's not really fully being met based upon body language and all that.
The scheduling was also kind of wild for them, no? Like, what I don't understand is, why would Spawn not be there for the end parts of the season and not
Yeah, but be there for the
but be there in
beginning.
the beginning? That
Yeah.
confused me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like,
Yeah.
that makes, and look, maybe they're just playing the long game for Worlds, and like there's this acceptance of like, if they don't make it for this split, they're fine. But like, I can't, in my mind, without like just knowing public information, like without knowing anything behind the scenes, sit here and be like, yeah, that seemed like the right decision.
Yeah. Well, that's fair.
I don't know.
No, that's totally fair.
And FlyQuest is only going to get better.
Probably, yeah.
They're only going to get better. I don't see a world
It's tough to say. Masu sucks. I hate to say it. He sucks.
He's struggling right now.
I don't know why he sucks so much, but he does so. Honestly, I don't think Qua's that good either. Like, I sit there and I'm just like, the two dudes I had no confidence in on that team, I still don't. Like, I don't know. That's why I'm not sitting here like OC9 can't make MSI. Like, I still think that world exists. I don't think they should be pressing the panic button yet. Because you only have to be top 2. It's just, I don't know who's supposed to be the one that gets above them. Because, I mean, in the developmental theory, right, you'll expect Lion now to be above C9 for a while. Like, they'll probably lose them in regular season, don't get me wrong, but when playoffs come around, they'll beat
Lion
them.
will be better. Yep.
Yeah, but it'll be, I just don't know who else can take that leap to get above C9, unless it's Sen. Maybe Sen.
I mean, the one that everybody's counting out, which is wild, but I understand it because of lock-in, is you guys. Like, nobody's talking about Shopify.
Yeah.
You're the wild card in this. Because say lock-in was just like a freak, like, for whatever reason you guys couldn't get on the same page, something was going wrong, whatever that might be. If you guys rebound and somehow get into the mix, like, it throws a wrench into this. So but everybody, for now, everybody's counting you out. So everybody's looking at like a combination of DSG, Fly, TL to possibly run into you guys. I see a lot of people in chat, like a lot of people in chat wanting to blow up C9. Metaphorically. I know we're in war right now, metaphorically. Like,
yeah, they're not blowing up that roster. That's crazy.
Like that's my thing, is like,
not right now.
Okay, here's what I need from chat. Okay, I've seen a lot
gonna go get?
I've seen a lot of you say this roster needs to blow up. Tell me the change. All right. It's one thing to say that you need that this needs to happen. Give me the roster. Like, put your
Yeah.
roster of 5 that's realistic in chat. And don't just say Showmaker. Don't say we're going to get Busio back from KC. You got to work with the free agents you got or make a realistic trade that you think makes sense. And see, I'm telling you right now, C9 does not have the money to buy out players right now. We're seeing that in the other teams that exist within their organization.
Yeah.
Thanatos, Griffin, APA, Sajed, Vulcan. You're not going to be able to buy out Sajed during the season. DSG is going to put such a high buyout on him to the point where like they're going to keep him because they want to keep their slot. And C9 wouldn't be able to afford that big of a buyout. And Griffin, if you think you're getting Griffin from FlyQuest, like you're just delusional in the head. Like
They're not giving him up for a
no,
while.
they're not. Why the fuck would they give him up
Yeah.
for Blabber? No,
And I mean,
like
the thing is, they don't have the money, from what we know. Like, where are they getting the money? I don't think they just kept this roster because they were like, it's not worth getting any of these players. You think like they really sat there and like, if you are in your heart of hearts, do you truly believe that C9 and TL looked at Inspired and actually don't think he's better than what they went with? Like, truly believed that.
yeah.
Money had to play a bit of a part because Lion had money. And it was probably enough. It must have been significant enough for Inspired to go to Lion. I don't think he just ended up at Lion because they had a good sales pitch.
Yeah.
Like, it had to be a lot of money.
Or they gave him like full freedom to build the roster around how he wants to play. Which if he did, then
Yeah, but
it works.
maybe that's what he envisioned. I just don't see a world where he sat there and went, yeah, I want full freedom to get Zamudo, Isles. Like, I get Berserker and Saint, but Zamudo and Isles?
Well, I mean, here's the thing that I will say. If you listen to his interview after finals, it was very clear he wanted to go to G2.
Yeah,
He
that's true.
he wanted to go to G2, but they didn't want him.
Yeah, because he
So
wants to play with Caps.
yeah, and
Which is crazy. G2 said no.
well, I mean, Skewmon looks good to their credit.
He's good. He's not
He's
not
not
inspired
no.
by any means. Any means. Not even close, bro. His smites.
Here's what I'll warn people. I think Inspired's like if G2 does not see international results this year with Skewmon, you will see Inspired on G2 next year. In my mind, I think like this is the last chance that they're giving Skewmon, and then they will dish out the money for it.
What's his contract? Does it end next year?
Beans, I can't imagine it. There's no way he's a 1-year deal. Zero chance. LOL global contract database. Bean said she reported that it's 500K salary for him. G2 can afford that. Nobody else in America can. I'm telling you that right
His
now.
contract doesn't end until 2027.
Okay. And what about, let's see, EMEA? What about G2? Conveniently, oh wait, no, that's Razork. Never mind. Skewmon 2028. Yeah, so G2's contracts are all long term. There's not going to be a single person on G2 other than Han Sama and Lebrov that are free agents. Oh, I take that back. Broken Blade, Han Sama, and Lebrov are free agents. I think they're the ones.
Yeah, but also I don't think Lion is letting Inspired walk, to be honest.
I mean, if they get the right price tag, they might. But apparently they got money, so like.
Yeah, if you're, I mean, let's be real. If you're Lion and this year goes well, you're looking at him and going, sorry, bud. This is how it is.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck, but this is how it goes. And I don't think G2 is going to spend all that to get Inspired.
No.
Maybe.
No, I 100% agree. And then my...
Mold, okay, G2 likes to mold rookies for what, bro? You're passing up on the best jungler in the West? Like, for real, the best jungler in the West. This dude has done it on every team.
Quite
with
literally every team he's been on.
Different players. Like, the players aren't even close to the same too. He just goes in and does it every team. It's crazy. with a little overlap. Like, I don't even know how much overlap he's even had. It blows my mind. Like, he's genuinely, like, to me, probably the entering best jungler territory, like passing Xmithy.
I think he wins one more this year. He's past him in my mind. Lock in is
The
just one
only
of
thing
the.
holding
It's
him
a little
back
bit Mickey
is,
Mouse.
yeah, is winter tourneys.
Winter tourneys and also like he needs that one singular international series win over the East. I think that's all. He doesn't have to finish far because obviously we're not in the old MSI format where like one best of 5 win puts you in finals of MSI like it used to be. Like
Yeah.
now it's obviously a lot different. One best of 5 win over the East puts him as the GOAT jungler of the West. Of the LCS, I should rephrase because Yankos is still him.
Yeah. Yeah. He's getting very close. I mean, he's, like you say, really just does need that one kind of big East win.
He's already passed Blabber, put it that way.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think it is, as of right now, Smithy, Inspired, Blabber,
Blabber, yeah. Svenskeren.
Meteos, Svenskeren.
I think Svenskeren's above Meteos.
Probably, yeah, Svenskeren, Meteos. That's
because
my top five.
he has the world's accolades.
Yeah. So I think
Everybody
that's
keeps.
right.
I do think it's funny. Honestly, you could put Svenskeren above Blabber too, because people forget Svenskeren was the jungler on that team that did that for C9.
Yep.
They just credit Blabber because he was the bench player, but or they like think he was there doing stuff, but it was Svenskeren, and Svenskeren was a part of a dynasty. Blabber's never been a part of any dynasty in the league.
Yep.
So I really do think there's an argument for Svenskeren above him.
Sure.
Like, has there ever been a moment where you've gone, man, that guy just didn't win under his era, under
Not
his
really.
peak? Yeah, you can't say that about Blabber. You can say that about Svenskeren.
So
There are
okay,
people who didn't win under his peak.
I got a tougher one for you.
But
By similar logic, is Dokla now top 5 all-time top laners in the LCS?
why? Because he's won this one, and what else?
The NRG one. He got out of Swiss stage. Notably, I mean, it was beating Europe, but still.
He's got one actual like split title.
He's got a win over
That's not
VLG.
winter.
Got a. Well, okay, yeah, but like who? Like, okay, it's Impact number 1, obviously. Hans are at
one
2.
title, bro.
Hans are at 2.
Mm-hmm. Balls.
Okay, balls, licorice.
Yeah,
But
licorice.
okay, but then who? So who's 5?
Dyrus has like stacked trophies compared to this man.
In the Plumbers League.
Oh, in the Plumbers League?
In the Plumbers League.
That's what you're gonna say? Okay, bro. You mean when they were bringing over 5 Chinese players and playing these dudes?
Okay,
If that
yeah,
happened to
fine,
Dokla, he'd
fine.
be cooked. If they let 5 Chinese players come over here these days, these dudes would be so out of their mind.
Okay, can we
They'd
agree
be
to this?
bugging.
Can we agree to this? If Lion, where does Lion have to finish in this? Darshan too. Yeah, I forgot about Darshan.
Honestly, do you put Dokla above Huni for NA?
Ooh,
Huni doesn't have a title, I think.
I think you
that
do.
I can remember.
Huni was,
but Huni,
in terms of
Huni was
accolades and
pretty
accomplishments, yeah, Dokla's got him.
Oh, Zion Spartan too. That's a good one. Darshan.
Fudge is ahead of Dokla.
Yo, yeah, Fudge would be. I'd feel like. But I don't. I think you could put Huni up there with him too. Huni was like face of the league type stuff for a while.
He was, but did he win?
Dokla's been a role player at times, but
I have no problem acknowledging a good role player.
Yeah.
Fine.
Huni was playing very good. I know people are gonna be like,
what does
he
Dokla
didn't win.
What
but
does
he's
Dokla
playing
have to
very
do
good.
this year to enter top 5?
This year, I guess, I don't know, win another, like if they clean sweep, I guess.
Is winning one more title
They
enough
clean
to put him top
sweeped.
5?
He's not top 5. That's such cap, bro. Pull up a list of LCS top laners like all time. Like you're
I'm
telling me we just have to forget all the bad years of
I'm
Dokla?
no, I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying what does he need to do this year that the good overrides the bad and the accolades stack up to the point where he's top 5? Is it one title
They
and
if they
and
clean
a series
sweeps,
against the East?
if they clean sweeped, I would put him in
Does
top
he
5.
have to get a series against the East? Because like we said, that is a distinguishing factor for jungle.
No, I don't think there's enough top laners with like that that distinguishing factor. I think that's only a distinguishing factor for
For jungle
the
because
other
of the
guys
amount, yeah,
because
the amount of
yeah,
accomplishments
they have them.
and impacts like so far above everybody else that it's not even close on that front.
Yeah, it's impact, and then what our top 5 was, well, it'd be some group after impact, but I think you could very easily say Licorice, Haunter, Dyrus, Balls all have had better careers than Dokla in LCS.
I'm not gonna fight that.
Like,
No, I'm not gonna fight that. But I don't know. It's okay. Move. I think we kind of hit that nail down.
no, yeah, yeah.
Are you panicked about C9 after like okay, this tournament this weekend?
No,
I know people are memeing about it, but like, are you taking any stock into it?
no, be honest, no. It's what, 3, well, not even really 3 full days after a finals match,
Right around
and they just flew probably for however many hours it takes to get from LA to Brazil, which
24
can't
because
be
apparently
short.
they had a layover on the East Coast for a while.
Yeah, I don't care that much that they're losing.
Yeah,
I think the practice, if anything, will be good for them, but probably not that much. I don't really know how much C9 is really supposed to learn.
yeah.
Like, people are going to be like, oh, they're going to practice against the good guys. They'll do the typical. They'll practice against some Korean teams that will want to. They'll probably start well in spring, and then they'll slowly whittle away, as is the current system of C9. I don't know. That's just what their current system is.
Regular season's gonna
Start well and bad.
regular season's gonna be fun. I can't wait for it.
Like, I don't think a team that was doing as well as they were doing should blow it up.
Yeah.
They were
I
doing very well up until now.
I yeah, I just think you gotta wait until spring. I think spring it like by week 5 or week 6 of spring, I think if there's still problems, sure, we can talk about it. But it's just one of those that like you need more time. Like I hope people understand like we have a single round robin best of 3, which means you're playing 7 matches in total. So by week 4 of the regular season, if you are still having problems as either C9 or I mean realistically to C9 or TL, then you raise the flag. Like that's whenever you look and say, okay, we've had enough time. You had winter, you had regular season now. It's not just magically going to click in playoffs all of a sudden. If there's a systemic issue, then we need to look at it. That'll, in my opinion, that'll have been enough time.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, I agree. I'm not. It's fun to overreact to it. It's fun to make memes. It's fun to do everything else. They ain't making a change. There is zero chance of that whatsoever.
Yeah, I just don't see it coming. Maybe, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah. Is there anything else like gameplay wise from LCS or LEC or LCK that's worth calling out?
Did you see LPL had a Game 5 Anivia
I did, and it won.
support? Yeah,
And it
it was
won.
really good too. It was funny. And it's so crazy how LPL works, bro. Like all this drama with BLG and now they're just down there doing good again to like being fine. It's so funny.
Who's on their team again now?
It's been uh was it June still and then Knight
Yeah,
and
June Knight
and then
on Bin, Viper.
Oh, is it Viper?
Yeah, Viper.
Yeah.
And they have Wembo as their backup top.
Yeah, I mean, it just made me chuckle. All that jazz, all that freak out, all the people being like, who knows if BLG can even make it anymore because of blah 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 reasons. And then BLG is like, yeah, we're super
We're
chilling,
just going.
piss chilling at this point. I mean, it was I guess,
It was a close series.
reverse sweep,
Yeah.
but it just made me chuckle.
But that's the nature of the LPL. The LPL, as long as you win, you win. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
That's the one region where it's like, I don't take stock into how good or bad losses look. You can immediately flip the script afterwards. But.
Yeah.
Anything else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else gameplay that's worth calling out before we move on to the other headlines of the week.
I guess not really, because yeah, we already talked about all the finals.
Did you see the Los Ratones news?
Yeah, Witchcraft or whatever they are now.
Yep, Whippo.
That's a strange name.
It's apparently like a Nemesis lore thing. I don't know.
Okay.
It's apparently on brand for him, so couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna make the bold claim now. They're contending for that EWC spot.
Was there another? So there's another qual that they play in for that?
It'll be the 10 LEC teams and the top 2 teams from EMEA Masters. I think they blow EMEA Masters out of the fucking water. I don't even think it's close. And then I think they are easily, with Whippo, top 6 in that tournament. And then pushing for top 2 to qualify. But top 6 easy. I know everybody wants to hate on Whippo because of the drama, but Whippo's legitimately good. He's such a good player. And I think, you can love Bouse all you want. He's way better than Bouse. He just is. And he plays a similar kind of weird, quirky style that kind of fits well into what the team kind of expects to a certain extent. That I think they're going to be good. Now, will people follow them as much without Bouse and Cadril? I don't know. That's a whole other question. But on a gameplay level, I think they're going to be contending.
Yeah. I mean, I think they'll be good. I don't think they'll be like, I don't know. I don't think they're going to be an EWC.
I think the level of Europe's not great.
I don't think it's that bad.
I think
you think they're going to
top 6 is easily doable. Top 3,
is that
I'm
what
not
goes to EWC?
Top 2 go to EWC. I'm not claiming top 2.
That's what I thought.
I'm saying top 6.
Yeah. That's fine.
I think that's easily doable. All they have to do, they were nearly top. What? They were tied for top 8 with like all the different tiebreakers as is. And they got substantially better as the split went on. I can see a world where they're better than Fnatic, where they're better than SK, where they're better than Shitters. They're better than Fnatic. They're better than...
Did you say Fnatic twice?
Did I say Fnatic twice?
Let me go. I don't know. Now I'm confused.
I don't know. I'll just go. I'm going. Giant X, I think, is going to be close competition. I think they're kind of like the one that's blocking off. They're not better than G2, not better than Koi, not better than K Corp. Navi, I would put above them. But I think they are legitimately better than Fnatic, better than Heretics, better than SK, better than Shitters, better than Vitality, and the rest is tier 2.
I think we'll have to see. It really depends on how their laning comes out. I think Bippo is really good, don't get me wrong, but the rest of them were not doing well.
Nemesis was a top 2 mid laner in the entire league. He was that good. Everybody else, I will agree. Velia needs work.
Top 2?
Nemesis? Yeah. Yeah, he was that good.
No.
Yeah.
No, he was not top 2.
In the regular season? Yeah, he was.
You think he was better than, like, Yehu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was that good. Everybody else, I will agree. Velia needs work. Nemesis? Yeah. Yeah, he was that good. In the regular season? Yeah, he was. You think he was better than, like, Yehu? Yeah. Yeah, he was that good.
You think he was better than JoJo?
Yeah.
All these dudes?
I think you put him on any of those teams, he's the de facto best top lane or best mid laner in the league.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think they were getting away with some lucky comebacks for sure in some of those games.
So who do you think was leading most of that?
Yeah, they threw him in a side lane forever.
Yeah, because that's
He
all they
just
could
didn't
do
do
because
anything, and they hope not to
everybody
lose.
else kept chucking.
Throwing somebody in a side lane perma and then hoping not to lose is crazy.
I legitimately think.
And then when you don't lose, being like, "Ha, we did it." Like they also beat G2 in a game. Do we really think they beat G2 if G2 doesn't sell that game? Like they want to talk about KC selling to stop them from getting
I'm
in.
not making the argument that
G2
they're better
sold
than.
against
I'm not
them.
making the argument that they're better than G2 as a team. That's not what I'm
No,
saying.
but I'm saying that's a lot of these teams that you were naming beat them. Like they beat G2
Yes,
and
early
Imkoi,
on.
who we don't think they're better than.
Early on, they beat them. But then again, as they
Yes.
progressed and scaled and got better and got used to playing against LEC competition,
So you think they got good enough to beat Imkoi
Yes.
and G2?
No. I think
that's who they beat.
I think that's best of one.
That's
flukery.
who they beat.
I think that's best
Yes.
of one flukery. But I think in a best of 3, if you put them in a single round robin best of 3,
No
I think
way.
they finish top 6 easy. Yeah.
What?
Yes. Legitimately.
No,
Yes.
I do not.
Uh,
I think they have some serious
We're gonna
flaws.
see. Assuming they win a
I know we
Masters, we're
will.
gonna see.
That's crazy.
I don't think it is. I'm not, again, for chat, just being clear, I'm not saying that they're going to EWC. I'm just saying they're going to finish top 6.
That is possible, I'm sure.
That I think
In
is a
crazy
very
world.
fair take.
I don't know. It's best of 3s?
Yes, best of 3s all the way through.
That makes it way harder because I don't think they can fluke as much. I guess, but this was a weird split, I guess. Is that what you're banking on?
No,
I'm
betting on they legitimately improved at a very rapid pace. Now, at some point, they will hit their ceiling. I said that they could like if they click, they could. I said from the jump, the minimum that I'm guaranteeing is top 6. I'm saying they do not finish below top 6. But if they click well enough, they could possibly go on to contend, but that's a hypothetical world where everything clicks. My main thing is I'm arguing that they're not finishing below 6th. That's it. Scrim record? Con, don't be going on fucking scrim records. We all, like, I can sit here and point to teams that are good in scrims all day that lose on stage. I'd rather you lose scrims, especially early on in winter, and improve, and then that scrim record improves come spring. That's what I'm telling you. 100%. So.
We'll see. That'll be an interesting thing to watch and see if they can do that.
Yeah. Only time will tell.
That's just interesting.
Is there anything else that we want to talk about on this one? I know, like, it's kind of like the wrap up from the weekend, and the fact that America's Cup is here kind of like dampers some of the conversations. Not dampers, but like obviously, like it's kind of like past the point where like everybody's talked about like everything. But
And I think there's going to be next season is going to be just split is going to be very strange.
Define strange.
Like, I think everybody has their ideas of what could come out of all these teams now. And I don't think anything from these standings is really set in stone.
Agreed.
Like, there's a lot I'm not confident on. Even, I guess, the G2 locking in thing, like for this tournament, I think like their age finally showed up and they were able to lock in and do what they had to do. But that doesn't make me think G2 is now all of a sudden like just going to be raffle stomping the whole of LEC.
No. What honestly gives credence to that, in my opinion, is the fact that they stopped scrimming K-Corp so early on.
Yeah.
Imagine come spring where they can K Corp a little bit more, and K
Hmm.
Corp gets a little bit more of that boost earlier on without having to ramp up on stage, I think KC is going to be dangerous later in the year. They got some shit they got to
Yeah.
clean up for sure, but
Yep.
I think they're going to be dangerous.
Yeah. Especially with Busio starting to figure it out. They have a lot of language stuff going on.
No.
I mean, they're just gonna keep growing. Imkoi is just so weird. I don't really know how you even judge them as a team. They're a strange team. They, and then when you look at LCS, it's just like I don't know what to make of any of these teams, bro.
No, neither, dude. It's the Wild West for the LCS.
It really is. It's like I look at all of them and really, I guess Dig is the only one I'm not super confident on because they just have XU, and I just don't think XU is the best.
Yeah.
But he's really the only thing I think is kind of bad. Shopify is just weird. I don't know what's going on there, and I don't know why our coach is running it down solo queue. That's another thing. I don't really get what that was. You didn't see that clip?
No, what happened?
Surdy had some clip where like Revan just left the solo queue game.
That's a yikes.
Yeah, he just said like, "Oh, we're gonna lose. It's better you all get the loss prevention," and he leaves. I'm not like 90% sure if it was his, I guess, but it seemed like his, and Surdy said, "That's a coach. That's crazy," and it was SR, whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Yo, that's not good." Maybe it was fake, but we'll hope. But I was like, bro, if they're like tilting this bad in solo queue, are we just cooked for the year? Like,
I don't
our
know.
coach can't even finish the solo queue game, and I'm expecting them to go win LCS. It's so cooked, bro.
Oh god.
Like, it's not good.
Oh god. I don't know. I'd
It's
tell you
not
this.
good.
Winter split made me really excited for spring. Like really, really excited for spring. I don't know. I just feel like it's
Mhm.
going to be entertaining, even if our viewership obviously is not what the LEC was, which finished ahead of the LCK somehow.
Mhm.
But not somehow. It's the French fans showing up for a matchup against G2. Makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's
You
going to be a good
think
time.
our Oh, you think it will be a good time. When you start bringing up viewership, I was like, are we going negative or positive here? I
No,
don't... Okay. Okay.
our goal for viewership should just be to match winner and
Yeah.
not drop off. Like that's the sole goal
Yeah,
that
I
we got.
think. Oh, okay. Is it wrong?
I
I'll
mean,
have to think about
I'm
it.
timing that out because that's borderline. You're getting a minute long timeout on that one. Just because
Fully wrong? Debatable.
we're not gonna
Timeout worthy,
we're
yes.
not gonna dehumanize anybody right now. We're not doing that. That's not happening.
Fine. We'll
Regardless of
wave
our
the white flag on the comment. But they I I am just wondering, like, for LCS, I just can't pick a team. Like, there's so many dark horses that I'm just sitting there like, man, I think FlyQuest could grow a lot. I kind of think TL's just not fully dead. Maybe in spring, yes, but there's gotta be something. Like, you would think TL's gonna be able to put it together. That's a lot of talent. That's
it
a
is.
whole lot of talent. And Morgan doesn't look bad. Morgan
Morgan doesn't look
looks
bad.
real
It
good.
worries me that he can be countered that much and nobody else can step up. I think that's a
Yeah.
problem. But
This isn't a hot take even, and I hate to say this. Core just might be dumb, bro.
I'm thinking this
He's
is his
playing some
last year.
bad League of Legends.
I'm we'll see how this year goes, but it's feeling like the last one.
Yeah. He's just not. I don't know what he really does anymore, bro. It looks like he's just out there getting cardio and taking paychecks. Like, it's crazy. He's really doing nothing.
Yeah.
And I know, like, you saying that video made me chuckle. Like, saying Yawn goes, I just don't have agency. And they're like, well, it's your fault. And it's like, bro, watch these games. Do we really think Yawn is the issue out here? Like,
Well, no, he's not saying it's Yawn's fault. He's saying it's the team's fault. And like Yawn
just for
should,
not playing to Yawn. Yeah.
Yawn should have agency. Like they're giving him the
Yes.
tools to have agency around him, but no, like they're not playing how they
Nobody
normally
does
do, and
anything.
because of that, it's gonna feel like he doesn't. Which
Yeah.
like to your point, is kind
Yeah,
of
that
on the
makes
people
sense.
around him.
Yep. That makes a lot of sense.
So that's what I'm saying whenever you're saying that Spawn's an issue. I'm like, I'm agreeing with every word that Spawn's saying after I'm
Yeah.
watching this. Remote or not, he's right. It's just
Yeah, he's making some good points.
yeah.
I just can't believe a man who says that he fundamentally has disagreements with the way Inspired views the game and wants to not go that route. There has to be a better thing to say there. Just admit you don't have the money before you say we just don't see the game the way he sees the game. I'd rather you say we couldn't win the bidding war.
I mean,
Like, that's turned me off so much from TL. Being like, we just don't see the way a guy who constantly wins sees the game. Like, he wins everywhere he goes. And we were just like,
to be fair,
ew.
to be fair, I will say,
Mm-hmm.
if you put Inspired in TL right now, that roster explodes. Based on what we've seen so far, that roster explodes. In a
Does it?
matter, yes. Because I don't think anybody, I don't think,
Really?
yes, because I think the reason why Lion works really well is because you have a combination of players that are all going to listen to Inspired. I don't think Yawn's going to listen to Inspired the way that Berserker does. I don't think Quid's going to listen to Inspired the way that Saint will. I mean, maybe Quid will a little bit more. Morgan, I 100% think is there. But Core, I can see Core and Inspired button heads. Because
But at that
Core's
point,
crazy style.
you have to be on the side of Inspired. If you're roster building
Sure,
right now, in the
sure.
year,
I'm not.
yeah,
I'm not disagreeing with that. But TL's sitting
yeah,
here saying that they have a brand that they don't want to give up for the sake of one person.
gosh. I mean, Jan, I think he'd figure it out. I think he could figure it out with Jan because he would be like, yo, this is the way the game is just more optimal. And he would adapt to it.
Not to mention Inspire versus Spawn screaming matches. Oh god.
That's just, you have to be a good coach, bro. You just have to be good at the way you speak with someone in that moment.
I agree, and I also disagree. I also think if you're trying to build a system that is coached down, then it is understandable that if you have a player that comes in that's basically a coach, he is going to override you in your opinion.
Yes and no. I mean, there's going to be things that you can still make happen that you want to do.
Yeah.
You just have to realize you're enabling this player as much as possible.
True. And the question is,
and that's okay
are
to
you
do.
trying to enable players or are you trying to impose your system onto? Which I'm assuming Spawn.
Yeah,
is a
well,
good
right
enough
now
coach
their
to
system
yeah,
is
the system's not good. Like I'm not denying that.
System's just not there.
I'm trying to make excuses for them to come up with like any sort of rationale because I still 100% agree. You take Inspired 10 out of 10 times. Like it's a no-brainer.
Like I'm even more mad now learning that. Well, in theory, being like, dude, why did we not even try to get it? Or why were we losing this bid? Yeah, why were we losing this bid?
I mean, you don't
at
have,
this point.
I don't think you don't have the org structure to support it nor the money.
We have to figure that out if we want to win.
You want to figure out the money problem in esports, the thing that nobody solved in
we have the solution. We're
in 25 years. Nobody's figured it out to the point where they're relying on Saudi blood money. But you magically got the solution now.
Give me 2 seconds here.
Don't you chat GPT this shit.
Tobias Lucky net worth. I'm not chat GPTing. $10.8 billion. I've solved the problem. Okay?
Of
Maybe
course
our
you have.
namesake foots the bill. And we go win a title.
Of course you have.
It's not blood money. It's footing the bill of the thing you paid for.
Hear me out, okay? FlyQuest, in order to keep him, used the Viola family, who has the ins with the Trump family, because they was going to be nominated as like Secretary of Defense, or he was going to be appointed to some cabinet position. Uh, you get the Viola family involved to block Inspire from going anywhere else, claiming that it would be some sort of breach of data and privacy information, forcing him to stay at FlyQuest by the hand of Trump.
Okay. And you're the worst. To Cloud's point, yes, I realized when I said why didn't we get inspired, like I realized we talked to him and we tried. I'm just mad we didn't win that bidding war. Like how is Lion beating us for this when our CEO is worth that much money? Or our name is after a company that we know is worth way too much money to not be winning these types of things. Like,
You don't get rich by blowing your money away. You stay rich by spending it wisely.
yeah, it's just, bro, like, stay rich by spending it wisely, bro. He could buy he could buy 10 million inspireds. Like, come on.
Could,
He could buy
but
so many of them.
he didn't. And you got to deal with being last place, and you can cope with it, or you can swap to be in the Sentinels
Swipe
fan,
the
and you have a team
Amex,
in it.
bro. Swipe the Amex and let's move
Swipe the
on.
black card.
Yeah, I know he's got way too many of them. He probably doesn't even know the names on most of them.
Probably.
Like, come on, bro. It's just killing me. Like, he is genuinely, I don't know how he does it on every single roster.
He's just
Like, it
good.
doesn't matter who's around. I know Berserker's also insanely good. That's crazy that Berserker just comes back and does that too. I feel like he's been doing really well in his lanes.
Yeah.
People are very hard on him too. It kind of surprises me. Like he'll do really well in a game and people will be tough on him. And then also like it was shocking. Isles just clutched up for no reason and started making good plays. But if that's just because that's what Inspired does and that's how he views the game, like it's just nuts to me that the only team I think that really can get a pass is C9. Because I get why you would still be loyal to Blabber. I get it.
Yep.
Because you've had him that long. But it's like, bro, like, come on. And that's the thing, dude. Swapping orgs is lame. If you pick the last place team, you ride that until the org. That's the thing about Inspired, though. He picked the last place org and he's taking them to the top. Like, that's how good this man is. And I know you're meaning fans and stuff. I get that.
Yep. All right.
And yeah, I can't jump orgs because I gotta wait for Shopify to sell eventually. Because all my teams do that.
Well, I think this is going to be a good note to end the show on, because I think that pretty much covers everything for this week. We'll be back next week to talk more about America's Cup as it wraps up, any headlines as they come. And I will just say this. Keep your eyes out next week. That's it. Any final words, Paul?
No, because I don't know what that means.
That's it. All right.